Hi, my name is Ben, and you probably like music a lot, just like I do. I think that's why you clicked on this video. So if you want to give it a like, it would be very much appreciated. Knocked Loose, the metal hardcore outfit from Kentucky, just released their third full length studio record, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. And to say the least, it's an ass kicker. Starting off with track number one is Thirst. Off the bat, this was one of the most impressively violent ways to open a record. Although it is my least favorite song on the album, it does drive home the message and mood this LP will have right from the get go, and the chunky pauses in their riffs are becoming a staple of the band's sound, and I love it. Brings us to track number two, Piece by Piece. Going from my least favorite to my second favorite on the record, this song blew me away. The anger you can hear in Brian Garris's voice is so compelling, it pulls you right into the scene the song is painting. And the themes of being broken by the world and properly addressing deeply rooted emotions makes Brian's dirty vocals really shine in this musical setting. That brings us to track number three, which is Suffocate. I've noticed a pattern with the band on this new record rollout, and it's that they wanted their breakdowns to be really unique, and we all noticed, I think. There's a reason they've garnered so much mainstream metal media attention, and Anthony Fantano put it best. They're pushing the boundaries of their genre, and it shows. I also saw my favorite side of Poppy on this track as well. Her emotion and vocal performance matched Brian's perfectly. Although, why is every metal band recruiting Poppy as a feature after Bad Omens did it? Don't get it. Not totally original, but with that, we'll move on. Brings us to track number four, which is Don't Reach For Me, which was by far the best single they dropped to promote the album. Just the stank face inducing headbanging ballad that this song is makes me surprised it doesn't have like a billion fucking streams already. If you have ever heard of Knock Loose but never listened to them, this is the song to press play on. And that brings us to track number five, which is Moss Covers All. This is my third favorite song out of the 10, and for good reason. It's short, it's sweet, and holy shit does it hit you in the face. The punchy and raw opening vocals flowing flawlessly into the nastiest chunky riffs to ever bless my ears. Not to mention the simple yet creepily intriguing plucking riff that transitions into the next song, which is Take Me Home. That is track number 6. And this one focuses on the intense build. This track is all about it. The eerie talking over the intro and the steady static sirens in the midst of a thick and heavy drum percussion towards the end. This song gets the blood pumping and conveys true longing and desire in its words, to say the least. With that, it brings us to track number 7, which is Slaughterhouse 2. Mr. Chris Motionless makes his long-awaited appearance with Knock Loose after Brian Garris was featured on Motionless in White's song Slaughterhouse back in 2022. It wouldn't have been the same song without Chris, and I think the band knew that. Their chemistry is definitely something for the books. Their sound, their energy, and charisma on this song are a great match. I could easily tell that the band knew they had a previous track to live up to, and goddamn did they put in the work. Hands down, the second version is much better than the first. Way thicker of a breakdown, too. Maybe it's because it had a quote-unquote hardcore touch rather than a metalcore influence. I don't know, but it's their most popular song from the record right now, so that should say enough. And with that brings us to track number 8, which is The Calm That Keeps You Awake. I've come to thoroughly enjoy the minor key riffs and builds this band has made the norm. Not only does this intro grab you, but when the first verse comes in, that snappy snare is like a smack upside the head. I live for a good crunchy snare. And I noticed I'm hearing a lot more of Isaac Hale as well, which is the band's guitarist. I think his guttural lows have been essential in balancing Brian out on this record, and they truly sound the best together that they ever have. And with that brings us to track number 9, which is Blinding Faith. This one was the first taste we all had of the album, and I love this single from the start. The music video, the lyrical message, and just the unadulterated rage. The lyrical topics the band dove into on this song hit pretty close to home for me, actually. blindly turning to faith to find some comfort or answers, not caring how I or others might be treated, as long as I do what I'm told. The frustration and confusion that comes with being in that place is described perfectly in this 3-minute neck breaker. And with that, it brings us to track number 10, which is Sit and Mourn. Finally, to my favorite song on the record. Sit and Mourn wasn't what I was expecting as a closer to this LP, but it's what I wanted. The whole song, like a roller coaster of war and peace, small birds chirping over soft strings, turn into absolute fury and chaos flawlessly. A full and ferocious intro, coming down into a groovy drum playthrough while Brian rips into the chorus from the verse. Fucking awesome. Misguided Son, the closing track on the band's previous record, was incredible, don't get me wrong, but its ending had me craving for some more closure, and this song delivered it. I appreciate a good theatrical, emotional, kinda gut-wrenching piece of musical art, but no human words could describe how beautifully angry that ending was. The sweet strumming of a sad riff over one of the most disgusting heavy breakdowns I have ever heard. They really made me feel their heart and emotions in their music, and that's all I want out of any band or artist. I truly think this record will go down in history as one of the 21st century's most defining hardcore albums. There's a reason why Knocked Loose is getting this big, and I don't think the world's ready. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a comment if you agreed and or disagreed. And maybe I'll catch you at a Knocked Loose show sometime.